Welcome back to Anthony Lee Raw. Guys, today we're going to look at AIOZ by request. Now, I want to say up front, I do not own this coin. I'm doing it by request. Hear me out till the end. I think this is a bullish coin, just my opinion, but maybe not quite as bullish as you think, and it may not get there the same way you think. I want you to hear my take on it, and then you decide. Be sure to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I really don't care which one, but show a reaction if you want to see more AIOZ videos. I can't continue to do 1,000 altcoins, so the ones that get the most reactions, they stay in the rotations. The ones that don't, they get kicked to the curb. So if you want to see more, whether you like it or not, give me a reaction. Guys, let's dive in. I'm looking at AIOZ on the 2-week time frame. Now, you were released way back here in 2021. We're not going to count this price action at all in our analysis, and I'm going to show you why. And so I'll show you right now. Your circulating supply right there was like next to nothing, and you've done nothing but add coins since then. It's pretty much plateaued off now, but what that means is when you've added this many coins, that price action in technicals way back here when you were so low in circulating supply, they're not relevant. So what happened here is not relevant to our current circulating supply, so we're not even going to look at this, guys. But we will look at what we have going in the last cycle. So we have bear market low, then we come up in November of 24 and set a price high of $1.32. At that time, you had a $1.5 billion market cap and a circulating supply of $1.1 billion. Fast forward to today, we're sitting at about 5 cents, $62 million market cap, and we've added a little bit more to our circulating supply, $1.27 billion. And by next cycle, we're going to be sitting at $1.4 billion. So that's not too bad. We're only going to add about 25 to 30% more from our high here, our cycle high. So not too bad. A lot of coins 3 or 4x their supply between cycles. So adding 25, 30% is not bad. It's very negligible, I would say. So what we want to dive on over to and look at, since we do have such a large increase in circulating supply from the beginning, we want to look at market cap. You can't throw fib levels on this. It is not accurate because you've diluted your supply so much. So you have to look at market cap to find your support and resistance. None of these support and resistance levels back here, none of these are... Sorry about that, guys. None of these are going to be accurate whatsoever because your supply is nowhere near what it is now. I hope that makes sense. So, but we can do it on our market cap. And let's go take it. Sorry, my alerts are going off like crazy. Bitcoin's pumping, guys. Let's go look at our market cap, okay? Our market cap, now here's where it kind of gets a little... First of all, you are holding your bear market low significantly so, right? So this is a bullish coin, higher highs, higher lows. I know those don't connect. It doesn't matter. I'm showing a pattern, higher highs and higher lows. So this is a bullish structure. However, when you see things like this, and I mean just straight lines up, that is not healthy price action, right? That is not what you want to see. You want to see price action that looks a little bit more like this, right? Little pumps and dumps and constructive price action. You don't see that. And the reason you don't see that is this is mostly a liquidity grab. And look at these just relatively equal highs here on the way down last cycle. None of them got taken out. None of them. So when price started getting into these, you started liquidating shorters, and this is nothing more than a giant short squeeze up. And then when you got to this target, what you found was shorters protecting the relatively equal highs here, okay? Protecting, trying to protect it. When they couldn't protect it any longer, you got into these highs, and that shot price up, just straight line up. Absolutely not constructive at all. When you see that, you typically don't get that again because all the liquidity has been grabbed. Not all, but most. However, what I do see is a nice series of highs here. Even the top liquidity got grabbed up here at top, so that's gone. But you do have a nice series of relative equal highs. If nothing else, that is a great target in my opinion, okay? If nothing else, and I'm not saying you don't go to new all-time highs. We're about to discuss that. So what you want to do is fib your market cap, and I've done that for you, and here are your retrace levels. Should you not break out, and should you just retrace something like that and head down, you need to be aware of these levels. That can happen. Don't think that can't happen. For those of you that think this is super bullish and that can't happen, and again, guys, this is a technicals video only. I don't care about your fundamentals. I don't care at all. We're talking from a technical standpoint. For those of you that don't think this retrace can't happen on a coin that looks this bullish, go ask Cardano, folks. I don't know that there was a more bullish asset than this. And what did it do last cycle? I'll tell you what it did. It did a 382 retrace level, okay? So everybody who thought Cardano just had to blast off, you know what they're doing now? They're round tripping their bags, or they sold for a loss, one of the two. So I'm not saying it won't break out, AIOZ won't break out, but just be prepared just in case. It is the responsible way to invest. So if we should happen to just retrace to these levels, what you would do is you take your market cap, say the 382 is at $115 million, and you divide by circulating supply. And I've done that for you guys. And let's go back over to price and take a look at what those retrace levels would be. If you just go to the 382, that is going to be a 44 cent AIOZ. If you do what you did last cycle at your all-time high, rather than having an all-time high price of $1.33, you're only going to be at $1.07. That's due to token unlocks. However, my price prediction, and stick with me after I show you this, I want to tell you why. My price prediction for AIOZ in the next bull run is going to be, boom, 71 cents. I think you do a $1 billion market cap, 71 cents, and we'll turn the retraces back on. That is going to put you right in there just above the golden pocket, okay? It's actually closer to what would be called the 702 retrace. That is my prediction. I do think you have a chance to come down a little bit lower into this box. And if you do come down here somewhere around, call it 3.5 cents, something like that. Now that could still get you about a 20x. So even though I don't think you break new all-time highs, if you get anywhere between an 18 and 20x return, that is still really good. Even if you just took off from right here, current price, you're still looking at about a 15x, guys. So very, very good return on investment, guys. So I'm not knocking the coin. I'm not saying it's not strong. I just think you should taper your expectations. And again, if we did come into this level here, I have you coming right about here, 1 billion. That would be coming and taking these relatively equal highs. And what that would look like is something like this. And you probably fight it for a minute. And then once you broke them, just a quick boom and boom. Right? Something like that, guys. And obviously this wouldn't be a straight shot up. Now, you do have support and resistance levels on the way up and just below. And these are going to be good areas that you need to be aware of. This 382, you can see this 382 is a very strong support and resistance level. So you will need to get above that. I'll extend it over to the left here. Let me turn the 236 off. It's kind of distracting a little. But look at that 382. Very, very strong level here. So be aware of this level. If nothing else, it could be extremely tradable, right? Look at that. Support, resistance, 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 resistance. A tough level to get above, guys. And if you throw that back on price, that 382 is coming in right there at 44 cents. So be aware of that level, guys. This is going to be a tough level. And if you're a trader, we'll have to evaluate if and when we get there, but you would look something like this. I don't think you get through there at first pass. Even on price, look how strong it was, support and resistance, guys. So you would look to possibly sell right here if you see what you want to sell. Come down, look for maybe a rebuy somewhere around in there, and then move up to your target area. And you can spot accumulate here and pick up a significant amount of coins without investing a single penny more. Just to drop something like that could be 40-45%. So you could almost double your holdings if you got in just that one trade if it played out like that. Jump on over in the VIP Discord. We will help you with this trade if and when it comes up. Let's look what our indicator Damien has to say here on the 2-week time frame. Damien is flashing a 2-week buy signal. Now, this is the greatest indicator you will ever see. It's only flashed a few times before. When it flashed back here, you did get a pull down in the following candle, but then you got a push up here of about 175%. The next time you got it was about a 70% move up. And then the last bear market low, you got it fired off and confirmed. You did move down about 15% after that. But from that point, I mean, you absolutely ripped to the upside 11,000%. So we are getting that signal now. And it has confirmed, guys. This is a confirmed signal. It's not pending. It is confirmed. So if we should push down into that box over the next couple of weeks, this would be par for the course for the way that AIOZ plays out these signals, guys. So it's looking really strong. It's looking good. I'm bullish on this asset. Let me know what you think down below. And if you want this indicator, get on over right now, AnthonyLeeRaw.com. Indicators tab up top, and the Damien indicator is right there. It works on any time frame, any asset, you name it. It is the best, I guarantee you. I'll see you guys next time.